In this video series, we're doing our top 20 running back rankings for fantasy football. This one specifically doing top 1 through 10. Can't wait to get into this video. The very first person we're talking about today is going to be none other than Christian McCaffrey. We already know everybody has Christian McCaffrey as their one-on-one running back. He can do it all. He can run up the middle. He can run on the outside. He catches the football out of the backfield. He is the man. He has been top fantasy football running back for years unless he has been injured, right? So we all know there's no analysis needed for Christian McCaffrey. As long as he stays healthy, he will by far be the #1 running back in fantasy football. If you have the one-on-one in any type of draft you're doing, I don't care if you're doing best ball, if you're doing dynasty in a startup dynasty, if you're doing a redraft league, if you're doing a keeper league, if you're doing anything else, maybe Superflex league, you won't have him in there, but any other kind of league, you're gonna have Christian McCaffrey as the one-on-one. He deserves it. He is the fantasy football dominator, right? I'm gonna just go straight into number 2. Let's talk about Bryce Hall, right? So Bryce Hall coming in there, they have Braylon Allen that they drafted here, right? The big old running back out of Wisconsin, and he's a big dude. But look, Bryce Hall is gonna be the man. He's gonna get the football quite early and often. They might want to lighten the load a little bit for Aaron Rodgers coming back from Achilles injury from last season. So I think Bryce Hall is gonna get a lot of work, especially early on in the season. There's really not a lot of competition there except for the rookie Braylon Allen. So I think Bryce Hall is going to get the ball early and often, give you a high floor for fantasy football production. You're looking at 15 to 18 plus touches every single game, and I think he's going to give you some phenomenal numbers. Should be able to put up quite a few touchdowns, as the offense should be going up and down the field a lot more than they were last season with Zach Wilson. So I'm at number 3. I'm going to say Bijan Robinson. Maybe some people might have Bijan ahead of Bryce or vice versa. I definitely have Bijan Robinson as number 3 because I need to just see what type of offense is going to be conducted right now. Tyler Algier should take more of a back seat, and they should be implementing more of a Bijan Robinson type of offense with Kirk Cousins coming over. I think he's got a plethora of weapons, whether it's going to be Kyle Pitts or Drake London, but I think they're going to want to give Bijan Robinson the ball a lot. He's one of the highly touted running backs to ever come out of college football, right, from the University of Texas, and I think he's gonna be able to put up a ton of fantasy points. People might have a bad taste in the mouth, but you have to remember Arthur Smith is now gone out of there. He's over there with the Steelers now, and it's gonna be a completely new offense. So I think that you're gonna see Bijan Robinson become more of what we thought he could be last season, early into this season. Easily number 3 for me. Coming here at number 4, we're talking about Jamir Gibbs, right? So Jamir Gibbs, he could be a lot better for fantasy football if it wasn't for David Montgomery. But the fact is, we have Montgomery there, so we got to kind of base and temper our expectations. If Jamir Gibbs is going to be scoring touchdowns, most likely he has to be from outside of the 20. Once you get on the inside of the 20, it's kind of David Montgomery town. So I think maybe you'll see him a little bit more involved than he was last year, Jamir Gibbs was. But I think overall, it's always going to be an Achilles heel for him to have Montgomery on the fantasy football team. But he's electric. Jamir Gibbs can make anything happen anytime on the field. He can take it to the house. He can catch the football. He is a great running back. He would have been the #1 running back in his class if it wasn't for Bijan Robinson coming out there with him. So he has shown some highlights and some flashes that he can be dominant as a fantasy football producer. The fact is that he has to split carries with David Montgomery. That's the only Achilles heel that Jamir Gibbs has. So let's move right along here to number 5. We're talking about Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be coming into camp completely healthy, going into the season completely healthy with a completely healthy Anthony Richardson. So I can't wait to see play action pass. They're not really going to be able to stack the box too much because they're going to have a quarterback spy on Anthony Richardson, and they're going to have to try to do as best they can to contain AR. And I think that's just going to open up more running lanes for Jonathan Taylor. I think he can easily become back to what he used to be. Not too long ago, he was the #1 rusher in the NFL. He is still very, very good. Contract negotiations, things are completely over. Injuries, completely over. He is healthy. He's strong, got a good contract, and got a good, strong AR quarterback. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to prove a lot of people wrong. People are kind of sleeping on him a little bit. Don't sleep on Jonathan Taylor. He could be phenomenal. Moving right along here at number 6, we're talking about Saquon Barkley moving over from the Giants over there to the Eagles. And yes, people are saying, what about the tush push, right? I think Jalen Hurts is going to vulture way too many touchdowns from Saquon Barkley. But I say, hold on, wait a minute. I think it's going to be the other way around. I think that Saquon Barkley could be vulturing touchdowns from Jalen Hurts. So you guys watched my video earlier on one of my quarterback rankings. Jalen Hurts is now number 3, right? And the reason why I have him as number 3 is because I think Saquon Barkley will be vulturing a lot of those goal line touches where you think that he's just going to run the ball in from the 2. No, they're going to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. They have too much money, and he's a highly touted running back, one of the highest touted running back that they've had since LaShawn McCoy, in my opinion. So I think that Saquon Barkley is going to be the man. They're going to hand the ball off quite a bit. We saw people like Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell have some good luck back there. DeAndre Swift last season, really good luck back there. All 1,000-yard rushers. I think you're going to see Saquon Barkley go well over the 1,000-yard mark, get quite a few touchdowns, 8+ touchdowns next season. He's going to be phenomenal. I like Saquon Barkley at number 6. Come here at number 7, Travis Etienne Jr. Still the man. A lot of things, oh, Tank Bigsby's going to take some of your spot. Tank Bigsby didn't touch the guy. They're doing the same thing this year. I mean, oh, Tank Bigsby could be more involved into the offense. It's not going to happen, okay? Travis Etienne is the man, right? He is the bona fide guy for this offense. He catches the football, he runs the football, and he's surprisingly actually really good between the tackles running the football. He's teamed up with Trevor Lawrence again. They both used to be Clemson college teammates, and I think it shows on the field. The chemistry is there. Travis Etienne gets plenty of touches a game, plenty of high floor for you for fantasy football. Continuing in 2024 should be that good yet again. Coming at number 8, falling a little bit for me is going to be Kyren Williams. The biggest reason why he's fallen, Blake Corum, the running back out of Michigan. They drafted this guy, probably one of the best running backs as far as vision goes that I've ever seen. His cutback ability is phenomenal, looking exactly where he needs to cut the ball to and hit the hole. Blake Corum can do it. Yes, he's a little undersized in my opinion, but I think running the football is where he excels at. He's going to carve him out some type of role this season. It's not going to be that bell cow back Kyren Williams that we're used to seeing. Blake Corum will have some type of role, but either way it goes, Kyren Williams still a good running back, still belongs in my top 10. I have him at number 8. Coming in at number 9, talking about consistency, we're talking about Rachaad White, the running back for the Buccaneers. Again, yes, they drafted Bucky Irvin. Will he be able to take over a little bit? Sean Tucker, the undrafted free agent last season, will he get more involved into the offense? We don't know, but as of right now, the bulk of the carries are going to Rachaad White. And if you're looking for a high floor type of guy in an offense that can produce some points with Baker Mayfield leading the helm, I think Rachaad White can be your guy. He gets a lot of opportunities, a lot of carries in the game, and a lot of touches in the game, something that's always going to continue to give you some fantasy points. I like Rachaad White. Coming in at number 10, the last guy we're talking about here is going to be Isaiah Pacheco. The dude runs with a phenomenal motor, and this guy just towards the end of last season, y'all ain't 15 to 18 to 20 carries per game. I don't know if they're trying to save maybe Travis Kelce a little bit. They're trying to save Patrick Mahomes a little bit for the NFL playoffs. But when they're doing that, the fantasy football playoffs, it's all about Isaiah Pacheco. So when you got a guy that's getting the volume that Isaiah Pacheco is, that is what you want to see. Fantasy football points always equals or can result by a lot of fantasy touches and opportunities. And one thing that Isaiah Pacheco has is opportunity. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not a factor in this offense, and there's no other running back that is a factor except for Isaiah Pacheco. The dude runs like a madman. He runs with purpose, and I think that the coaching staff likes to see that. And if you draft him on your fantasy team, you're going to see him pump out quite a few numbers for you. But guys, make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button. I can't wait to see you guys on these other videos that we're going to be doing. We're doing a whole series where we're doing our quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. We're doing our top 20 rankings all over the place, guys. Hit a like button, leave a comment down below. Do you guys agree with my top 10 running backs? Can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.